Hello everyone, I'm back in the usual place that I usually start recording for some reason. Probably because I live here in my kitchen, but also because I need to take my daily vitamins before I get started. And while I was here, I thought I'm going to show you guys what I purchased this morning because I want to do some seeds because spring is coming up. And I feel like last year when I planted seeds, like everything started to bloom a little too late, so I didn't really get to enjoy them as much as I wish I could have. Plus, I just want to plant some seeds and I want to do a garden this year, so that's the plan. I just want to do some tomatoes and cucumbers because those are the two that I mainly am always having here in my home. I wouldn't mind doing some lettuce or something too, but I have to figure all this out because I've done a garden before and I had a lot of success with it. It's just, I should have put a fence around it because I have cats that are just neighborhood cats, and then they come in and they pee in there and they poop in there, and it grossed me out, and I don't want that happening this year. So for sure I'm going to be putting fencing around my garden. And since I've been looking up some videos on how to better take care of everything and keep everything going, I want to try it again and see how it goes. But hi, you want to join? You want to join, Abby? Oh my gosh. Let me get her. Come here. Oh, come here. Say hi. Say hi. I don't ever have you on camera much. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. You want some loving this morning? Hmm? Oh, I love her so much. My baby. There you go. There you go. You getting chunky wonky. So I got some of these. I don't want it to be blurry. Some morning glories. If I don't say them, I'm showing them to you because some of these I'm not good with names like this. And petunia. Petunia that I know of, they do come out pretty early in the spring. So I do want to plant these to have these out in my pots early. And then I will put these other ones in there eventually. I do have my tomato seeds. I even got some catnip seeds, and I'm going to be planting some of those too because of my cat. And I also have cat grass growing. Hopefully it'll grow for her. But I do have the foxglove and the, I don't know how you say this one, but that one as well. So I'm going to plant a few in each of these and see how it goes today. I'm also going to be repotting some of my anthurium because they really need to be repotted. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So I'm going to get my vitamins, and I might even just do a protein shake real quick because I'm really hungry. And I have my energy drink today from Tea to Go. So I have everything ready to go, and then we'll get started. So I'll see you here in a minute. Hello everybody, how is everyone doing today? So I'm actually going to be doing some repots today along with planting some seeds for the spring that is coming in, and also going to be putting some orchids into some sphagnum moss with perlite. I have a couple of anthurium here, anthurium mag and anthurium luxurians crossed with radicans that need a major repot. I did want to wait, but I just can't. You can see how the roots are just ready for a new pot. They are packed in there, and so I think I just need to do it now. I ended up also repotting my dressleri because my dressleri yesterday was in major need. It was just hanging off, kind of like this one, but a little worse. And so I had to repot that one off camera yesterday. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm also going to be making some labels with my label maker for the seeds that I plant in my little tray today as well. So I do have some of these cups that I did purchase at Walmart that I do use for pots at times. And I'm going to be making holes in them. And this is just for the water drainage. It's like 1, 2, perhaps 3. I'll do 3 just in case. I'm like, what if I don't want to do 3? Or I don't need to do 3? You know what, I'll do these, and then if I end up needing another one, I'll turn this back on. It gets hot pretty quick anyways. Okay. So I hope everyone's morning is going great. Mine is going pretty well. I did a workout here at home this morning. Felt pretty good, trying to stay dedicated here, which when it comes to fitness and working out, I pretty much am. It's my eating habits. My eating habits that are bad. So yeah. So I'm going to start off here with the mag, since I went ahead and already made holes in these little pots. And let me lower you guys down. I don't even know if y'all were able to see very well just a while ago. Hold on. Okay. And I am putting a light here today because I always feel like it's just too dark in my house and that I really need a light. So I brought one for today's repot, so that way maybe you guys can see a little bit better here. Okay. All right, you can take a view there of what's going on. And you can see that really, like, the roots aren't everywhere on this one. It's just the fact that it's growing out of this plug, and I'm not crazy about that, so I do want to stick it in deeper. I might not even, I might have to, okay, that's better. I'm just gonna have to stick it in all the way into this one and then layer it up to the very top. I'm going to see if this pot does work. If it doesn't, I'm probably going to have to go up a size, which I hope I don't have to, because I really don't want to go up any size bigger than this one, because I don't even think I have 4-inch pots anymore. So hopefully this will work, because this is all I think I have. I actually brought my mat out today. No, I hope this works, because the whole point of this is to get this little guy, his roots steady in there. Get them secure. And I hope my mic is, yeah, it's on. I haven't charged my mic, so I'm afraid it's just gonna like die on me. All right. So windy outside. We have a front coming in. Another kind of like an Arctic blast type front. You know, I was tempted to try to pull this out of the plug, but I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess with the roots or accidentally break a root and then disturb the whole plant. So I was like, no, I better not do that. And I was staring at it. I will just do my best in putting soil here. Around it and try to make it as secure as possible. Honestly, I feel like this is already better than what it was. what happened, which was pretty interesting with my Dressleri, it was hanging real bad at one point, and although it was again, at the first, when it was hanging off more like kind of like this one, this root I know eventually is what's going to happen. It's going to grow and secure itself into the soil, and it's going to bring the plant right back up, because that's what happened with my Dressleri. And although that is what happened eventually, the root did let loose off, and I ended up having to repot it anyways. So I just want it to be more secure for now. I'm pretty sure this will be fine because there's going to be more soil and all that around it, so it can secure pretty good into that soil whenever the roots do grow out a bit more. I'm not trying to overdo it with the soil and just this little guy, but I'm trying to make sure it's in there proper. And then, okay, so I think I have that one. I'm gonna leave that one like that for now. At least it's not completely hanging off that, like this tiny little pot. I was more worried that since it was just hanging off the side, and I can see that this root is growing like I said before, and hopefully it'll secure itself into this new soil that I did put in there. And then we got to put its little name tag back in there so I don't forget which one that one is, because I have so many anthurium. So then the Anthurium radicans cross luxurians, I am going to go ahead and just repot this one because the roots are insanely packed in there and it's ready. I can feel that they're just crazy packed. Okay, and you can see how those roots are super packed in there. They're healthy, beautiful roots. And so I'm not going to try to take any of the soil off from around it. I'm just going to stick it in its new pot and backfill here. I'm actually going to do it over here so I won't drop so much on the mat. I could have possibly moved this one up to a bigger pot, maybe even a 5-inch, I think. But I was like, no, I don't want to risk it. So I think this one's just a tiny bit bigger than the other one, which is good. And then from here, I can put it up probably into one of those pots in the future. But there's that little beauty. Let me put up a close-up so you can check out those beautiful leaves, since I actually do have a light here today. And more than likely we will be continuing to use the light so you guys can see these plants a lot better when I'm repotting. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I need to make sure I take off this name tag. That one right there, I know in a way it's kind of hard to not know what it is, but regardless, I'll forget, because I forget everything all the time. So I'm gonna stick that little sticker back on there and throw those little cups away. These are also just little cups that I buy and make holes in at the bottom. It's cheaper to buy them like from Walmart and then just do it yourself that way, because they can add up in cost whenever you're buying pots online constantly. Got this moss. This moss is kind of dirty. I should have Rinsed it out a little bit. I like this moss because it's a good price, but it's dirty. I'm gonna put this right here on the mat. Well, no, I better not, because let me grab one of these cups. Put it in one of these guys. Okay. So now I have my, I think it's Mercotes, or I don't know. It's a jewel orchid, so Mercotes or something like that orchid. I don't know if you can see the name, but I love this orchid so much. It's so veiny and shiny, and it has like this gold in it. And I've had it so close to the light, so it's kind of faded a little bit too, which sucks, but now I actually have it outside of my cabinet because I thought, you know what? It was growing in there, but it wasn't growing the best. So I thought I'd pull it out, just kind of like my other anthuriums I've had to pull out, and some other plants that just do better outside. And I'm gonna see if this one will do pretty good out here. I don't even know if you can see any of the gold in that, but there is gold in there, and it is shiny and just sparkly. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous orchid. Now I'm going to take this one out of its pot. I guess we'll kind of see how it's doing as far as the roots and stuff go, because I really want to make sure this is in the proper substrate it needs to be in, and I feel like it just needs to be in moss, and it is already in moss. So they gave it to me already in this little pot. I'm just trying to clean off its little roots. That one just broke off. Also, if it's not in the correct stuff that it's, you know, it's soil that it likes, then it's not going to grow properly anyways. It won't be as happy. I'm just gone looking at the wind out there. It's crazy. It's blowing everything around all over the place. Okay, just trying to take off all this old moss and the substrate around it. And you can see the roots. There's some roots right here, and they look pretty healthy, so no concerns there. They are pretty healthy. I think this one, yeah, that one's pretty healthy as well. Feels a little thin, like maybe, you know how we get those roots that just die on us sometimes, but it doesn't look like it has root rot or anything. This one just fell off. That one fell off, so I'm assuming that might be dry rot. Yeah, and I think that's just moss. That's just moss. All right, so now that I got this one cleared up, I may go ahead and make holes at the bottom of this. Usually with moss, I really don't ever make holes, just because it's easier to kind of tell. You know what, I might not even make holes in this one. I'm not going to. My battery died, so, not my battery, I had to get a new card for the camera. My battery was gonna die, so I had to replace that as well, but had to get me another memory card. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this orchid in here. I don't have my perlite. Let me go grab my perlite real quick so I can have a mix. Okay. And before I put that in there, I usually wear a mask when I mess with perlite, but since it's not a whole lot and I'm not just throwing it all over the place, it should be okay. I should be okay. I don't know. This perlite's really, it's not thick at all. Okay. So I'm just gonna stick this orchid in here. Grab some more moss. I'm doing it all close to me. I don't think I'm letting you guys see anything. Even with the light, I'm still not letting y'all see anything. Okay. I think it just needs a tiny bit on this other side. Like right here. My daughter has a 3-day week and I'm so excited. I love her being home with me. Okay, so that is how I have that in there with its moss and perlite. And that is the repot for this orchid. And where's that little tag? Because I need that. Okay. That's how I'll keep this one. And now we have the vanilla orchid here that should have never been in this soil at all. So I'm gonna take it out. I'm just gonna put that soil back in here because why not? Okay. It's got, I don't know if that's a root or a part of the moss, but I can see the roots right here. So that's good. And I think this one, let me put this in here. This one can stay in its little pot. It just needs to be surrounded by some moss. So may have to wet some more moss here because I don't think I'm going to have enough. I just pour all this in there for now. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have enough, so I'm going to pause for a second, go get some more. I don't need too much more. and then I'll be back. Okay, so I do have some more moss here. I got a big old mess. Let's see if I can spread that around evenly. I want my little orchid babies to grow healthy, so hopefully that will be the case. Looks like that was the perfect amount. I got a real tiny bit. You know how moss expands quite a bit. So I feel like it's going to be happier with this moss around it now. But those are my two orchids. The vanilla and their Mercotes, I think, and I'm getting that name right. Gorgeous, gorgeous babies. Okay. So I'm just gonna toss this one. I don't think I'll need it. I'll probably just use these if I do need something like that. Pour this in there. I think that'll be okay. Okay, so now that I have my orchids and my anthurium repotted, that is it for this. So I'm actually gonna go put these back in their little spots. Now let me water these down real quick first, because just to settle, to settle the soil a little bit in here, because they were already pretty watered, so I don't want to overdo it, just more to settle. I don't make a mess everywhere. All right, I'm gonna put these up. Well, I thought this was pretty neat. Now that I look at it though, I kind of wish I would have got the one with the top lid, but like I said, it's okay, because then it would keep the humidity in there longer. Then I wouldn't have to water as much. But maybe I can put like just like a like plastic or something over this, just to keep in the humidity. But if not, it's fine. I think it'll do good regardless. Just put it on my windowsill and it should do fine. Okay, so I'm going to put some soil in all of these little soils. There was seed starting soil at the store, and I thought, you know, it's okay. I'm gonna use the soil I have at the house. It should be fine. I don't think it needs tons of soil in each one. I think just a little bit just to get it started. Well, it has a line. I feel like this soil is fine because it has a mixture of cocoa coir orchid bark and all that in here. Throw some of that big orchid bark out of here. That's good. Some of these need a little bit more. I think that would be perfect. Okay. So I'm going to have to mark these. I had some of those strips for like just name tags. You can just write it real quick and stick it on there. But no. I'm just going to have to put them in front of everything and then make labels. These seeds are tiny, tiny. Make a little baby hole. And hope that they went in the hole. Oh, those were really small. I'll do some catnip. These seeds are so tiny. I'm just like in hopes that it actually went inside of where I need it to be. Okay. So catnip was right here. That one was right there. I love these. These are so easy to grow. I don't think I've ever had trouble with these. They're pretty easy. And I like that the seeds are pretty big, if you can see that. My hands are dirty. But I will put 3 in here. I know they say space them out, but I always do this every year. I just stick them together. These are pretty fast growers, so I'm going to leave those for when actual spring comes in. And then I'll plant the rest at that time. These are morning glories. Pretty ones too. Those are what the seeds look like for the morning glory. This is what it looks like. Didn't I cover? Because I won that one. The big ones. Oh yeah, I put that one here because I can feel it. I think. They're big. Yeah. Okay. Put these here to mark them where they're at. Just in case that's what those look like. I don't think I showed them. Now some petunia, and that's what those look like. I know there's different types. I just like the color of these. Again, tiny little. Okay, so at this point, this is where my microphone actually died. So it did end up dying on me. So I am planting the rest of my seeds that will be going outdoors in my outdoor pots in the spring. So I am going to go ahead and speed up the process here and play some music. So I hope that you do enjoy the rest of this video. But guys, I do thank you for watching another one of my videos. I do hope that you enjoyed it. And if so, please don't forget to subscribe and like my video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.